welcome to the second week in my life of being a full adulty human who is not in school. That's still kind of a weird thing for me, but yeah, today is actually more of a day off, which is really nice. I do have a bunch of things to print at the library, but I'll have to do that tomorrow morning because it is Memorial Day and literally all the libraries are closed. Great. And if you're wondering why I'm using those printers instead of the ones here, it's because those have color. So that's where we're at. Anyway, so yeah, today I'm just getting some odds and ends done. I have a decent amount of things that I actually had to get done inside yesterday, so I spent pretty much all day yesterday just like non-stop working on stuff inside. But today I get to put on my license plates because I have a license plate now and it's really cool. And I also have one of these thingies because yeah, I graduated. Like, yeah, that's a thing. So I get to do that. I'm actually going to go on a little bit of a walk because I have been inside too much and I still want to keep walking, even though like driving's fun and it definitely gets me places. I really like being able to constantly walk around and it just clears my head, fuels my soul. It's all like, it's a good thing, you know? So I'm also going to do that. And I'm going to get my stuff together because this is a little bit less of a busy week than last week. Last week I had so many things going on from like auditions and like filmings and different things like that. This week, as of right now, I do have a photo shoot planned for a little bit later on. I have a couple really big meetings and I also have a casting tomorrow, which is pretty exciting as well. So it is a busy week, but it's not what it was last week, which is okay. It's cool. I'm literally getting myself together as a human, and I think being able to just take this time too and just kind of enjoy the process is very important, because it's easy to kind of freak out and be like, oh my gosh, like how am I going to make money, how am I going to be here, like all that good stuff. But things work out in mysterious ways, everything happens in waves, and I am just very trusting and understanding that things are going okay, and I seem to be managing well so far, and that's a good thing. I saw this ad on YouTube like a little while ago, like a couple days ago. Apparently it's a big thing right now called celery juice, and I'm like, okay, that's weird, but okay, like weird let's be okay kind of thing. And then I looked into it and I found out that it's actually like supposed to be really, really good for like your skin and your immune system, and also like if you have anything like going funky like eczema, which fun fact, I have a neck flare for that. And this past weekend when I went horseback riding, which I've never done before, it was so much fun. I wish I could have brought my camera for that, but I didn't. So it was a great moment. I did get some photos. Long story short, so I did that, and then I found out halfway through that I'm kind of allergic to horses, which is, again, 20 on 20, will do that again. That was fun. I don't care, well worth it. But my neck got like a little itchy, so I scratched it, big mistake, and it flared up so bad that it was red, it was lumpy, it was literally the longest drive back just because of how bad it felt. And then I had to like literally put a bunch of lotion on it and try to take care of it, take Claritin, all that good stuff. So I'm fine, I'm better, I'm aware now, which is good. But in the meantime though, yeah, if my celery juice decides to help my neck, that would be great, because this sucks. And yeah, love that. Anyway, long story short, your girl went to Whole Foods because I was walking around anyway, and then got a celery juice, which was pretty fun. I ran into somebody that I know from another class that we once took together, and it was pretty cool. And it's just basic celery and lemon. Honestly, it doesn't taste that great. Kind of just enjoy today as like a nice little break day and recoup self-care. So yay, go me. So I have no idea how to set this camera thing up. I just finished a pretty cool audition, which I think went actually really well. It's a cool opportunity that I definitely hope I get. It's probably a weird idea for me, but long story short, it's very cool, so that's awesome. Okay, we're trying this again. It also took me way too long to get here because there are roads that make literally no sense in LA, so fun. Like, I know these things, but now I know these things. So anyway, yeah, here's to doing fun things. Also, somehow I have to literally drive out to Burbank tomorrow, and I'm terrified. I should get gas, even though I have gas. I don't know what's going on. Okay, adulting is weird. It's really, really weird. I haven't fully accepted how weird it is. It's weird. Date, I think I just figured out how to use this thing, so that's pretty cool. Okay, That's awesome. This isn't the angle that I always see in YouTube videos though, so I feel like I'm still doing something wrong. Change of plans. So by fun, I meant one particular place, but then I remembered, oh yeah, Sarah, you have to go to the library today, and I also have a ton of things to print at the LMU library, which for the record, I'm totally not at. So hopefully I could actually, I'm actually at the Santa Monica library. I've never been to this library before. I'm pretty excited about it. But if I am able to print my stuff here, then cool. I'm going to print my stuff here, and if I can't print my stuff here, then I have to go back to the campus to do so. But I do have a book to return. I've been doing The Artist's Way. It is a nice little like workbook for creatives, and I think it's definitely a really great book to check out if you are a creative person, especially if you are kind of in a weird little funk about it. I'm not in a creative funk, so reading this was like a little strange, but it was very insightful and very cool, and I went through like all the like work stuff with it. And it was just really insightful to kind of figure out things that I didn't really think about before. So I am returning this. It's been out for way too long, and I'm going to pick up a nice little fiction novel because it's summer, and one of my favorite things to do over the summer is read. So I'm going to find a good book to read, and I'm going to hopefully print, and that's where we're at. So the Santa Monica libraries aren't a part of the LA libraries, so I found two books I wanted to get. I didn't shut the printers quite yet because I want to do that after doing the books, and I had my one that I want to return, and it wasn't going through, and they had this cool checkout thing. I was like so excited. It was like a self-checkout at the library. It was pretty cool, and it wasn't working, so I was like, alright, fine, I'll go to the desk. Turns out they're like, yeah, so you just sign up for a Santa Monica card. I'm like, well, I'm not ever here, but thanks. So I get to go to a different library now. So I'm going to try Venice, which on my phone it says that it is a part of the LA branch, so that's good. I've actually never been to this library, but I meant to, so I'm actually pretty excited to go. It'll be a good time. An update: the Venice back roads suck to drive on. I survived, everything's fine. Yeah, they're not fun. There's literally 2 lanes, and it is a tiny 2-lane road, and everybody's parked on the side, so it's basically a one-way road, and then you have cars literally just zooming through, people on bikes. Like, I'm fine. But like, wow, this has been an adventure. Like, guys, you're learning how to drive with me. Like, this is a good time. So anyway, I made it to the library in Venice. Pretty excited, exhausted, because this is kind of the most intense driving I've ever done, but I'm killing it, so that's great. And yeah, I'm going to, okay, someone's literally watching me vlog. This is kind of awkward, but I'm gonna go. So that went well. I'm back. It's kind of weird, but yeah, I got my prints, I got some food, and now I get to run back to the car because apparently I have to pay for parking now, which is a little upsetting, but yeah. So I just got a text being like, hey, your parking's about to run out. Do you want to redo it for another like 20 minutes? I'm like, no, I'm not here for another 20 minutes. Let's go. My patience is being tested today because here I am at LMU, as one does. I did my quick printing, I got the food, I came back within like probably a minute or two of the parking validation. Like, perfect timing, perfect everything. As I drive away, I noticed there's this fun little thing on my windshield, and I'm like, you have got to be kidding me. So congratulations to me. It has been not even, wait, what? It's only been a week of driving in LA. Not even a full week worth, and yeah, girl got her first parking violation. Good job, me. Yeah, I just called back to school and I'm like, hey, look, listen, like, I was back. This should not be an issue. I should not have to pay for this. Luckily, it is actually not too much to pay for, but at the same time, I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Like, it was within such a small amount of time, and literally nobody is here, so fine. So I'm gonna like bug the crap out of them and keep my money because that's ridiculous. And we just talked about Old Town Road, brought to you by Ralph's, because apparently they thought it would be pretty fun to just have a bunch of cowboy hats. Old Town Road. Wow, Ralph's is just on brand with the memes. For some reason, I set my phone so that I wouldn't be taking main roads, meaning highways, Yeah, that's not really my style. I think the highways are a lot better for me. So yeah, so I drove back roads all the way through the nastiness of Hollywood to make it to the other side of the hills, Burbank. And you know I love Burbank. Actually, where I was going was actually right by Warner Brothers. So I gotta drive by Warner Brothers, and I'm gonna tell you, I started crying. Like, and it's not fun to like drive and cry, like bad idea, but it's just an overwhelming sense of like rightness, you know, like I've always felt this connection to Warner Brothers, you guys already know this, but it just made me so emotional, and I've never driven personally past Warner Brothers before, so this was just a moment, and yeah, that was great. So anyway, I go to my meeting, it goes super well, I'm really pumped and excited about this, and I may be talking about it more in the future, we'll see, I don't know what gets said when. Yeah, and then I'm like, you know what's like right down the street because I've been driving for 2 hours straight? A Whole Foods, because I know there's free, nice, wholesome parking at Whole Foods, and I need to take a breather and probably have a smoothie. So your girl's at Whole Foods. I'm thriving. I'm living my best life. Actually, no, I was trying to get to Whole Foods, and I took the wrong turn, and I'm like, well, I can't just like cross that street, so I'm just gonna go this way and like back way, yeah, get around that. And what ends up happening is I end up on the freeway again. So I'm still wearing my heels, which I was wearing flip-flops while driving the entire way here. I don't drive in heels, but I'm still wearing my heels because I didn't think I was going that far. And then I had to go onto the freeway, take the exit, come back around, and now I'm back at Whole Foods. So, moral of the story, LA roads suck. Parking, ugh. And things are great. So oh my gosh, someone's literally watching me film. Okay, whatever, awkward. But long story short, it's been a really cool day. I'm pretty pumped and excited. As you can seriously tell, my hair's not as good as it was. That's why it's all behind me, literally. And yeah, I'm just going to go and walk around Whole Foods. Actually, this opportunity became better than I thought it was going to be. Like, I thought it was going to be good, and then it just got better. So yeah, pretty pumped about that. Like, life is doing the thing. I'm here for it. So I'm gonna go walk around Whole Foods. I'm going to take a breather. I'm going to literally just not be driving for a while. It's gonna be great. And oh my gosh, literally as I was like driving around Warner Brothers to leave, there was like a tour cart that just went by, and tears, let me tell you, like so emotional. So yeah, like it's only a matter of time before I'm driving this little spunky cerulean car right out to the lot, and I know it's going to happen. Like, mark my words, it's gonna happen. Anyway, so I'm going to stop looking like a crazy person in a car and go walk around Whole Foods. Guys, that's Disney. Yo. That's a nice place to have this sit. It won't normally sit if I'm driving, and I'm not doing a vlog and drive at least for a long while. So, long story short is I went and picked up a celebratory, because today was a good day, coffee, because I have a problem. But anyway, this is what I like to call a nice little cup of get me home safely, because yo, this drive here was way intense, and I plan on taking the freeway back, even though I kind of don't like that option, but honestly it's like bad either way, so I might as well. I think I have a photo shoot tomorrow. I have a set on Friday, and then I got other stuff going on over the weekend. But yeah, it's kind of fun because I've kind of been lifing for going on 2 weeks now, and the funny thing is I'm gonna need a sunroof. Hold up. Oh yeah, that's way better. Anyway, so I've been lifing for a couple of weeks, and I know I keep myself busy, but I didn't think I'd be this busy without school. And I am, and I'm so thankful, because I feel like I still don't have time to do everything, definitely not, but I'm just so overwhelmed by the amount of greatness that is happening and all of the fulfilling happiness, and I'm still working on my projects, I'm working on other people's projects, I'm working on my career and my life, and it's just, it's so cool. Like, I have opportunities lined up next week too, and it's only this week, and it's just still chaotic. It's still me trying to figure out what it is I'm doing and how it's going to go, but I'm kind of shook. Like, my plan is working. Like, this is the most weirdest thing. Like, I just decided, you know what? This is meant to be. That is essentially what this is. Like, I took a giant risk by not getting into internships right off the bat. And like, this isn't a huge talk about that, because personally I think that could be a really good thing for you, and I've seen it be good for so many people. But for me personally, I decided to listen to my internal compass of crazy and be like, you know what, you need to do this, and then you need to do this. And I know it doesn't sound like what everybody else is doing, but you need to follow your own path, and you know deep inside what that is. And it's working. It's literally working, and I'm just shook. So I made a little playlist while I was sipping my coffee, watching the sunset, and now I get to head on back pretty excited about that. Also, LA's super weird and cool because as you're driving along this area, you see Hogwarts off in the distance, which is great because, you know, Universal has Hogwarts now. Still haven't been there for that. I was there before it was fully built, but it's still fun driving around to be like, oh look, a castle. And yeah, LA's weird, okay? We love LA. This place is great. This coffee, which actually came with like a little mint for Mentos on the side, like this isn't an ad, but like look how cute that is. Adorable. Anyway, I'm trying to like not melt my Mentos, you know? But it is a Swiss cafe, which I took, well basically it's supposed to be, and I'm at Priscilla's, which is one of my favorite little cafes around here. But yeah, it is coffee with chocolate and whipped cream, but I decided bad idea on the whipped cream because, you know, lactose intolerance is not a joke, my friends. So yeah, no whipped cream. But it's nice because it tastes like a mocha without the milk, which is awesome because freshman year I overdid the mochas. I was obsessed. They were my gateway coffee. I had so many, and the coffee bean ones are just and they're so good, but then I found out that one, milk is a bad idea, and even if it wasn't for the milk, it's still like coffee and sugar is a bad idea for me and usually doesn't mix well. Ironically, I kind of just realized that that's exactly what I'm drinking right now. Yeah, anyway, I'm gonna head on back because I'm hype, I'm ready to go. I got a really fun playlist about to like bop all the way back, and hopefully it takes me a super scenic route because obviously I paid attention to the road and the drivers and all of that, but it's also really epic driving around. When it's not chaos, it's actually really fun. So fun fact, freeways on the way back, all the way from Burbank. Actually a lot of fun. Like low-key, I feel like because I was taking all the back roads before, I realized that back roads are not that much better, honestly, and freeways are a lot faster, but they're not too bad. Like I'm not going on weirdly flats, but also I'm thriving. It went great. I made it, and it was fun. There was some slight glare at the beginning, which was kind of like blind faith, but I mean, it's not like driving in snow or anything. So in the big picture of things, I was kind of like thriving. I had a really good playlist, and I am just like, so good. Good time. So 20 out of 20, feeling great about driving. Yeah, still have my moments here and there, but for the most part, this is great, and I'm getting a hang of it, which is really good because I was so scared for so long about this, and I feel like I'm not as scared anymore. I feel like it makes a lot more sense when you're driving and you're not just secondhand watching things that are happening and not being in control of that, if that made sense. I don't know, but made it back in time so I could go to the hot tub and then maybe have a little bit of wine and then watch like The Bold Type or Vampire Diaries or something. I don't even know, but that's my plan for the night, and then getting ready for a photo shoot tomorrow, if that's still going out tomorrow, which honestly I have no idea if it is. So yay! Hello and welcome back to another day in the life of yours truly. So today I have a photo shoot. I'm in Santa Monica, which I'm actually super excited for. Driving and parking is going to be another story, but and yeah, I'm feeling my mermaid vibes coming back, which is great because they were kind of gone for a while, and now I'm like, oh, look at me, I'm a mermaid. So hopefully this inspires me to do more with the series, which I'm trying to do. I promise, I've tried. It is a thing. Also, I made a giant pancake last night and it fell and it broke, and my favorite bowl broke. Very upset because I only had 2 bowls and now I only have 1 bowl. So luckily the other bowl doesn't break. So yeah, shout out to my good bowl that doesn't break. But yeah, so no one's surprised, but I'm exhausted. The photo shoot went well. I totally stepped in tar, which for the record sucks because now my foot's all nasty. So luckily my flip-flop survived it and my foot didn't. So your girl is going back because I seriously, like, I can't be bothered. I'm exhausted and I'm super dehydrated. I have been drinking some water, but seriously not enough. I want some time to just recoup and relax and realize that I have been a human for a while, so I might actually stop at the beach on the way back. Not gonna lie, because I didn't have enough time to really embrace that I was at the beach, so I want to step into some water, which I have not done. So I'm gonna go to a much calmer beach for a bit. Water's super cold, there's a lot of tar, and we're thriving. This is great. I love the beach, you know, this is my place. I am a little mermaid. I'm feeling inspired. I actually got some good ideas on the drive over for ways to open the show, or at least tease it, so. Sadie's like not a fan of this chicken. That was a look. Don't eat the chicken. This isn't Chick-fil-A. A visual poem. Oh, that's so pretty.
That's so pretty.
I can't get over it. Today was my second day at the actor's gym, which is pretty cool. Got more insight into just things that I'm very, you know, good at always doing, and I feel like when you watch things back you get a better perspective on how to improve. So it was really beneficial today, and I definitely kind of had that self-reflective moment where I was able to figure out what I'm good at and what I could be better at, and kind of just having more self-awareness. So that's fun. I actually got a really cool, well, several cool emails in, which is also pretty exciting. Like, so exciting. I've got a contract that I get to read over, just saying. And I also have a really cool job that could be a thing. Long story short, I ended up going later on because Brenna decided that she wanted to go and pick up something over at Ralph's. So I was like, okay, yeah, that sounds so fun, but also ice cream. And we haven't been to Salt and Straw forever, so I was like, let's go to Salt and Straw. I went, and then there's this whole like crazy showdown with this cowboy, and like, it was insane. It's hard to describe. He just got so angry, and like, it was this whole big thing, but everything was fine. It was cool, but it was really funny. And then we decided to like blast like 2 levels of distortion Old Town Road, the remix, which is super cinematic, by the way, all the way back, and just having to laugh about it. So that was fun. And then I ended up watching Aquamarine, which I haven't seen in forever, and I realized that movie has shaped more of my life than I realized. Like 100%. Like, I watch it now and it's such like a throwback to like 3rd grade, you know, the era, and I love that movie growing up, and it's one of my favorites. And it was funny watching it back and being like, wow, real talk, this is like my life. This is there's like so much that has connected from that era that I could have never predicted, and I just, you could see these things and like how they shape you, and it's really fun to be reflective like that.